name's Christian Mulder. I'm the DI, or designated individual, at Unite MIC. I've been a mortgage broker for about 15 years.
I'm Mehdi Russell. I'm 53 years old. I have a family of 3 daughters and 2 grandkids. These days I'm acting as an investor.
Well, I mean, if we go way back, first place I bought, I think I was 18, 19 years old. It was real estate investment, and I have been involved as a real estate investor ever since.
I started investment since I've been about 21 years old, basically mostly on real estate, and then get to stock market, continue up to now. Simple. We thought that real estate is a significant part of the economy in Canada, in BC, always growing well. At the same time, the banks are not as open as before. Then taking mortgage is so difficult for many people who would like to renovate their house, they want to change their house, they want to buy a new place as investment. And there is a gap that we really can help people to cover, and then we just try to help the people who need this money, and then we are in a safe position because it's all guaranteed by the real estate. Then we decided to start a mortgage investment company.
When it comes to mortgages, you could be investing in lending your friend secured against their property as a mortgage. But where we diversify and avoid the risk associated with lending exclusively on one property is within a MIC. So the MIC pools investor funds and then lends those out on numerous properties. So your funds are then secured against so many different properties, and if there was some sort of a snag with one of them, the impact to you as an investor is highly minimized.
There's always risk in all investments, but I can say the amount of risk in mortgage investment company might be among the least risky investments.
If the property values disappeared overnight, then it is a very real risk. You could have something catastrophic that 50% of the value disappears overnight. That being said, history tells us that that is highly, highly, highly unlikely. And even in the case of, say, the recent forest fires in Kelowna, if the property has insurance on it, we are still covered. So your loss is safeguarded.
Unite Mortgage Investment Company make the investment secure, number one, by lending carefully, precisely, and try to get lowest amount of loan to value.
Our average loan to value is below 60%. It means for every $1 million in property value out there, we are loaning less than $600,000. What does that mean to you? Well, let's look at the market. If the market was to take a dip and it loses 30% overnight, we still have about a 10% cushion in there if we needed to pursue the foreclosure and force the property to be sold, where we're constantly pushing the maximum return while also safeguarding the investment, because that's a very key piece. If we take excessive risks, then what can happen is at the end we end up having to push for higher foreclosure rates. We typically like to sit in a more conservative space. Our yields are just below 10%, which I think is phenomenal. Right now it's a very, very secure portfolio, constantly monitoring that. But our goal is to generate the best return for you, and that includes factoring in risk tolerance. An investor who is looking to invest in a MIC, my suggestion is to invest with us, of course. There are a number of MICs out there. Do your homework. Feel free to reach out to any number of them. There are some areas that we stand out. Our low barrier to entry. For us, we accept investments as low as $5,000 to start. So definitely a lower threshold of entry. Beyond that, our redemption policy. We We believe it's your money. You have a right to access it. And you tell us, let us know. Give us a little time to generate a check, but typically our redemption is a day or two.
And if you got extra money, easy. Compare with the interest you might get from the bank. If the bank gives you 4% and a MIG gives you 10%, and it's secure, it's run carefully, and people who run this MIG are knowing what they do, I guess that's the time to consider investing in a MIG. In addition to that, if you got registered fund like TFSA, like RRSP, like RESP, and sitting in a bank, mutual funds, not giving you that much interest, as a mortgage investment company can give you, then consider to shift your investment to a mortgage investment company, same as United Mortgage Investment Company.
Give us a call, invest with us.
And you are going to enjoy from the profit we are going to create for you.